Okay, the rules of partimenti. The first thing one should know is that music is composed of consonances and dissonances. There are four types of consonances, namely the third, fifth, sixth, and octave, of which two are perfect and two are imperfect.
Okay,
The
so
perfect ones.
perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. He's explain. He's explain. So continue.
Yes, he's about to say the perfect ones are the fifth and the octave, and they are called perfect because one cannot make distinctions between them. That is, one can neither expand them with a sharp nor diminish them with a flat, which is to say that there is neither a minor fifth nor a major fifth, and to be perfect, the said fifth should always span eight semitones, eight strings, starting from the root of the interval. Similarly, there is neither a minor octave nor a major octave, and to be perfect, the octave should span 13 strings starting from the root of the interval.
Perfect. Okay. Example one, third, fifth, sixth octave. This is clear. We don't need to explain how intervals work. Imperfect. So imperfect third and sixth, and perfect fifth octave. The same here, perfect and imperfect. Right. So go on.
The imperfect ones are the third and the sixth, which are called imperfect because one can make distinctions between them. That is, one can expand them with a sharp or diminish them with a flat, which is to say that there is a minor third and a major third. Similarly, there is a minor sixth and a major sixth.
Yeah, exactly. So the meaning of minor and major, it depends from how many semitones we have in the interval. For example, if we consider the major intervals, one we have one tone here and another tone, four semitones. The minor, obviously, one tone and one semitone. So it is smaller. For that, it is minor. Okay, perfect. Go on.
Sure. There are also four dissonances, namely the intervals of a second, fourth, seventh, and ninth, and these cannot be used unless they are prepared by one of the four consonances and subsequently resolved to one of the aforementioned consonances. Example: one determines whether the consonances and dissonances are major or minor according to the numbering of the strings.
Okay, good. We have uh, prime. So is it correct this translation? Because in Italian is unison or prima, but first.
Yeah, yeah, we usually say unison in modern theory,
Okay.
but I guess he's translating prima here.
Okay, prima, right. Now minor second. Okay, you have to check intervals with the first note. Third, major third, major fourth, or augmented fourth. Fifth, minor sixth, major sixth, minor seven, major seven octave. So these are the elements of the counterpoint in according to the Renaissance traditions. So let's pass to the next one. Who is in this? We have alt red dominant. Yeah, go on. It's your turn now.
To read the English text.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Every key has 7 strings or scale steps. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. To preserve the key, that is to avoid leaving the key, 3 of these steps should be invariable, and they are 2, always major, 4, always minor or perfect, and 7, always major. If you vary any one of these, you will move to a different key.
Exactly.
3 can be major. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay, exactly. Only one thing that is important: strings. The word is strings because it is the literary translation of corde. The term corda is like note because in the Renaissance they used to think about the monochord one string
I don't want
from
this to get away
and
from
all the other proportions, letters A, B, C, D, what we know as as the English name of notes, comes from the point of the monochord where the single string without letters is gamma, the Greek letter. So strings refers to notes in our modern language. Good. Okay, you can continue reading.
Okay. 3 can be major or minor according to the composition. 5 as a perfect consonance should always span 8 strings or semitones. 6 should correspond to 3. That is, if 3 has been major, then 6 should also be major. If, on the other hand, 3 has been minor, then 6 should also be minor.
Okay, it means that, for example, take A minor. You have the minor third, A, C, Re, Mi, Fa in ancient with solmization, Re, Mi, Fa, and you have the minor sixth, A, F. In A major, you have the major third, A, C sharp, and the major sixth, A, F sharp. Okay, you can go on.
Okay. 1 takes a third and a fifth and an octave. It takes its third according to the composition. That is, if a composition has been in major, then 1 gives 1 a major third. If, on the other hand, the composition has been in minor, then 1 gives 1 a minor third.
Exactly. So, major third, here major sixth, minor third, here minor sixth. Okay? Go on.
1 can give an octave to all the strings of the key as well as to their consonances, provided that 1 does not create parallel octaves, seeing that 2/5 or octaves, whether above or below, by step or by skip, the one after the other, are prohibited because they make bad harmony.
Okay.
2 takes a third, a fourth, and a major sixth. It takes the minor third because that happens to be 4 and all 4s are minor. It takes the major sixth because that happens to be 7 and all 7s are major.
Exactly. If you think about the rule of the octave, in the second degree, we have the third, the sixth, and then the fourth. Not in all styles we can find the fourth. For example, in late 17th century, is not so spread the use of the fourth. But in the rule of the octave, according to Fenaroli, we have the 3/4/6 chord. Good. 3.
Right. 3 takes a third and a sixth. Both of them should be minor if the said 3 is major. If, on the other hand, the said 3 is minor, then it takes the major third and the major sixth. And this comes about naturally.
Exactly, because the inversion of the minor third is the major sixth. And the inversion of the major third is the minor sixth. Perfect. Fourth.
Fourth takes a third, a fifth, and a sixth. 1 takes the third, either major or minor, just like 1 took the third of 1, because the third of 4 should conform to the third of 1. 4 takes the sixth as major because it turns out to be 2 and all 2s are major.
Right. This 3/5/6 chord, if we think this chord has in modern theoretical harmony, so in functional harmony, we have the 7th, that is the C, this note, and this is prepared, tied to the previous sixth. That because the bass goes up only 1 step, 5 less 1, fifth. So this sixth is this 5. Okay, perfect.
One should note, however, that whenever 4 takes a third, a fifth, and a sixth, it rises to 5. If, on the other hand, it does not rise to 5, then 1 gives it only a third and a fifth. And if the partimento descends from 5, then stay with the same consonances as for the said 5, which become in turn a second, major, or augmented fourth and sixth.
Okay, the reason is that because this is the seventh, so this is the dissonance, if we have this seventh, we have to play then the resolution. If we don't have a possibility of playing the resolution on the next chord, like in this case, we can't play this kind of resolution if we have here the sixth, because we have in this way these two parallel fifths. So in this case the resolution is not possible. 5.
5 takes a major third, a fifth, and an octave. 5 takes the third major because it turns out to be 7, and all 7s are major. In addition to the said consonances, one can also add the major 7th, provided that 5 be followed immediately by 1, or even when the said 5 is followed by 6, which would take a third and a fifth, because the said minor 7th should resolve.
Okay. So he's saying that the minor 7th must resolve. In this case, first example, going to the third. In the second case, 5 6 in the bass, from 7 to 5. 6.
6 takes a third and a sixth. Both of them should be minor if the 6 is major. If, on the other hand, the 6 is minor, then it takes a major third and a major sixth, and this comes about naturally.
Exactly. It depends on the key, because this is the major third, so minor sixth. It's inversion, and the same happens in the minor. Minor third, major sixth. Okay, good. And now one should note.
One should note that when 6 is major and descends to 5, then it is better to use a major 6 in the accompaniment because it makes better harmony. And one can add to 6 as if it were 2 by giving it a third, a fourth, and a major 6th. But if the said 6 neither ascends to 7 nor descends to 5, then give it a third and a fifth.
Right. So in this case, example A is like the descending rule of the octave, and the reason is that we have Fa, Mi, we have the semitone here, Re, Ut, and in the upper voice, Mi, Fa. In the second case, we are going from Mi to Fa, this note, so this F will be the Fa without sharp, and we have now Fa, Mi. So Fa against Mi and Mi against Fa. This is the reason. Thinking with the old language. Okay? 7.
7 takes a third and a sixth, and both of them should be minor if the said 7 is major.
Yeah, for the same reason, but the difference is that we are using in the minor mode the melodic ascending scale. So in both cases we have the minor third plus the minor sixth. Okay, perfect. Only 2 paragraphs. So
if on the other hand the 7 is minor, then the third and the sixth in the accompaniment should both be major, and this comes about naturally. One can give it a false fifth when the said 7 ascends to 1, because on reaching the 1, the false fifth resolves, having to resolve since one terms it false because it is a minor fifth or diminished, but one does not say minor because it is a perfect consonance.
okay, is that point clear? Okay. So diminished fifth, third. We don't have in the first example. the diminished fifth because we are going down. The semitone is in this point. Looking for the semitone is always a good technique for understanding where we have to put the other semitones in the upper voice, like in this case fa, mi, and mi fa, or where we don't have to put any kind of semitones, like in this movement.